Hi, welcome to my Creative Honours project. For my project, I have rearranged and restyled a collection of Disney princess songs to plot the progression of female empowerment. I chose to do this because I wanted to highlight that these character songs show the reality of what women were facing at the point of each film's release. With some songs, I achieved this by drawing inspiration from popular styles at the time, and with others, I stripped away the thinly veiled metaphors to clearly convey their message. We begin our journey in 1937, when a film was released that changed the world. It was the first ever feature-length animation to be in full Technicolor with sound. It was also the first film to have an official soundtrack that charted. This film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and back in 1937, a woman's role was firmly in the home. Around a third of the women in the UK had jobs, and only a tenth of that were married. Because if you were married, you shouldn't have a job. You should be at home. Now, you can look at Snow White as someone who needed a prince to save her, or you can see the resilience and unwavering optimism that she exudes. I combined two songs from Snow White, and I was inspired to increase the jazz influence to really ground the lyrics in the 30s. This is I'm Wishing That Someday. Wishing for the one I love to find me today. Someday my prince will come. We jump ahead to the 1950s. The world is still healing from World War II, and after being so instrumental in the survival of the home front, women are firmly put back in their place in the home. Women had a taste of the freedom, the very thing that was being fought for, to only have it snatched away when the men returned. I've affectionately nicknamed the princesses from this decade the Golden Girls, because they mark the end of the golden age of Disney and the ideals of that time. In a way, both of these princesses are nostalgic reminders of a simpler time, before the world was torn apart. I chose to combine these two princesses' songs because they both featured a common thread: dreams coming true. Although their dreams may not be aligned with that of the 21st century women, they epitomise the reality faced by women at the time. This is the Golden Girls medley. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. I know you, I walked with you once a 20-year gap between princess films. Why? Because women were growing less content with what they were told they could have and who they could be. In 1959, Sleeping Beauty was not well received by female audiences for its dated storyline, and so The Little Mermaid was shelved. During this time between these films, women had been breaking the roles they'd been cast in. The 60s saw Valentina Tereshkova become the first woman in space, which is probably as far as you could get from being in the home. Women were allowed back into the workplace, though they were still treated as though they were incapable. My reworking of this song was inspired by one of the biggest rule breakers in 80s pop, Madonna, specifically her 1989 hit Like a Prayer. I also chose to strip away the metaphors in this song because I wanted it to fully represent the position of women in the 80s and portray their desire to have and to be more. This is part of that world.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Looking around here you think, sure she's got everything, but who cares how I feel? I want more. I wanna be where those people are, but suits and ties are required for corporate climbing. Why can't I be up there being, what do you call it, CEO? Up where they work, up where they run, Fortune 500 corporations, the things I'd achieve if I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live the way I want to? But if I were a man, they'd understand. Bet they'd say, go and chase your dreams, son. But bright young women are sick of sitting, ready to stand and ready to know what those people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's this fire inside, and why does it burn? When's it my turn? When I love to explore that world above. You wait and see. One day I'll be part of that world.
The 90s is dubbed as the decade of girl power, though it was definitely expressed differently than in previous generations. The 90s saw an increase in girl bands that advocated female empowerment, such as the Spice Girls, Destiny's Child, and TLC. Their music was incredibly direct lyrically and influenced my approach to reworking these songs. I wanted to recreate this girl band vibe, so I formed a princess supergroup with Belle, Jasmine, and Pocahontas. It took some creative license lyrically, because yet again, I wanted to clearly reframe the song to portray the reality faced by women in the 90s. Structurally, I was inspired by Bohemian Rhapsody, because musically these three songs were very different, but lyrically they could tell a cohesive story. This is the 90s Princess Medley. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song. It's bittersweet and strange that they refuse to change or admit they're wrong. Certain as the sun rising in the east, yes, it made them scared, and they were unprepared to treat us equally.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A
protection or your name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of this stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. And now I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. Don't you dare close your eyes. With new horizons, every moment gets better. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world. A whole new world for you and me. Now, I know you're probably thinking, great, we're still in the 90s. But I had to give this song the space it deserved. Out of all the Disney princesses, this one has always spoke to me the most. Maybe it's because she was technically never a princess, but is treated like one anyway. Or that she proved that she could do anything, even when the world told her she couldn't. To me, this film is the true turning point in the Disney Princess collection, so I wanted to express this song and really be reflective and show that journey, those different perspectives. And I wanted to do this through a duet. Mulan is where the princesses of old meet the new. I was inspired to incorporate an R&B influence into this song because not only was it a genre that was huge in the 90s, but also because there's an undeniable honesty that can be captured. This is Reflection. Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but you'll never know me. Every day, it's as if I play a part. Now I see, if I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I cannot fool my heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I tried. When will my reflection show who I am inside? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Once again, there's been a gap. Apparently, female protagonists in animation just weren't necessary for 10 years. However, the Disney princess came back with a bang, and most definitely came back fighting. Standing up for themselves and others is a prominent plot point in each of the 4 films represented in this song. 2011 marked 100 years of International Women's Day, so it felt natural to combine these princesses' songs, because women standing together and looking out for one another is finally coming to the forefront of society. Each of these princesses has their own personal battles, and I wanted to capture that fighting spirit in my arrangement, and I hope you can see that. This is the Modern Princess Medley.
taking it easy way. But I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting closer and closer every day, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People around here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my share. There ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything is different now that I see you. I will hear their every story, take hold of my own dreams, be as strong as all who came before me, and bright as I can be. I will ride, I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. It's time to see what I can do to test their limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let me go, let me go. Can't hold me back anymore. Let me go, let me go. I'm breaking down their doors. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let me go, let me go. There's nothing standing in our way. Let us go, let us go. Can't hold us back anymore. Let us go, let us go. We're breaking down their doors. Here we stand, and here we'll stay. Let us go, let us go, let us go. There's nothing standing in our way.
This narrative of the independent woman continues, and so does the independent princess. In 2014, Malala Yousafzai became the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in response to her platform that everyone should be entitled to an education, regardless of who they are or where they are. She was targeted because she was a girl that wanted to learn. She not only survived, but thrived, and used her experience to stand up and speak up. The only limits a person should face are those that they impose on themselves. I arranged this song to be as uplifting as possible. Some might say it's cheesy, but I like to say it's empowering. This is How Far Will I Go? I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wished I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong, won't be satisfied just to play along, 'cause the voice inside sings a different song where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far 100 years ago, some women in this country won the right to vote. They fought for equal franchise and accepted the offer of some because some was infinitely better than none. 10 years of campaigning, they achieved their goal in 1928. We know now that they still had a lot more to contend with in the battle for equality for all. Issues we are still facing in 2018, with movements like Me Too, Time's Up, and the fight for equal pay. We are still standing up and challenging those who would try to hold us back, purely because we are women. These princesses embody qualities that women can always learn from. To have hope, to be kind, to dream, to want more, to be bold, to be fierce, to have faith, to defy expectations, to work hard, to ask why, to be brave, to be yourself, and to make your own path. I'd like to say thank you to my band, Michelle, Beth, Kenna, Zoe, Connor and Callum, my engineers, Alastair, Frank and Shannon, and the lecturers that have supported my project, Ronnie, Andy, Victoria and Lisa.